Good morning, students. As you know very well, the coordinate geometry is about to end, and I hope you already know how to just tell any quadrant and how to locate any point in any quadrant. As you have already done yesterday, that which in which quadrant the point lies. So today we will learn how to locate any point in our Cartesian plane. It is the last sum of this exercise. After this we will start the new unit, that is Euclid geometry. It is to be just given by the mathematician Euclid. In this unit, main postulates are given and axioms are given. These postulate and axiom you have to learn, and only one exercise, first exercise, is the most important, and in this exercise some definitions are there and three sums are very much important, that is fourth, fifth and sixth. Okay, and the fifth postulate is very much important, so you have to remember these special things very permanently in your mind. Okay, so that you are able to just attempt the question. After this third unit of completion, I will explain fifth unit. Okay, let's start first last sum of exercise 3.3, sum second. Yes, second sum, that the following points are given to you and you have to plot these points on your Cartesian plane. That is, you have to take one graph paper and you have to plot these all points on your graph. If the graph is not available to you, then you can just draw these points on your practice notebook. When the graph is available to you, then you have to do the practice again. The points are x minus 2, y 4, means this is 1 point, minus 2, 8, second minus 1, 7, next is 0 minus 1.25, next is 1, 3, next is 3 minus 1. These all points you have to just plot in your one graph, or you may, if he is saying that in different graph, you can just take the different graph also, but taking appropriate scale, as he is saying, as minus 0.1525, that is not easy to just plot. So 4 of means 40 centimeter you can take as 1, or you can just show this value as approximate value, because in 1 and 2 that are to be 10 lines and you have to just be 10 divided by 4, that is approximate value, that is 2 point second line, more than second line, just but between the third line. So you can just show this point also by approximate point. Okay, for this what you have to done, let's first of all you will just draw your Cartesian plane with showing the axis, that is x and x dash. X is the positive side and x dash is your negative side. In the upside, that is y, and the downside is y dash, where y values are positive upward and negative are downside, negative value. Now according to just given, first point was minus 2, 8. There are two methods to just plot the point. Either you can show direct also, or by rectangle method also. Rectangle method means as you are just moving, you have to just show the path by completing the rectangle. Clear? As I am just going to show 1 point by rectangle, 1 or 2 point by rectangle, and 1 point I will show the direct method. Then after just be showing the points, you must indicate the points, which is the point. But before just plotting the point, you have to keep in mind that first we will just write the value of x, then we write the value of y. As the point is given minus 2, 8, so if you will write this point, means in plotting is correct, that minus 2, 8 you are just showing the position, but you are writing 8 minus 2, that will also become wrong. Okay, so be particular, first x value, then second y value. As I am showing by rectangular, first point is minus 2, 8. First move towards left side, for negative x-axis towards up to minus 2, then corresponding take up to 8 point. This point indicate, if you want to label it as A, then you can show it as A, show by a simple dot. Don't spread your dot like this, because you know very well, if you just take the broad dot, it covers 4 or 5 points. Don't be like that, only a sharp dot, and show by a circular round, that it indicates, this circle shows that this location of point is exactly the position of your given point. Clear? So A, that is minus 2, 8, show by rectangle, means imagination line, that first you are moving towards left side, then you are going up. How much up? That is up to 8. Complete the rectangle. Clear? In the same way, the next point is minus 1 and 7. So in the same way, first you will go negative side of minus 1, then you have to move up towards up to 7. You can also give the point B, that is minus 1, 7. Clear? Now if you want to show that is 0 minus 1.2 means 0 minus 1.2 minus 1.25, that is downside after 1 and 2. It means this point indicates, show the position and then circle it. It will gives you minus 0 comma minus 1.25. It's the position of your point. Clear? This is direct method. Next point also, that is 1, 3. First you will move 1 and corresponding the point 3. 1 corresponding 3. Okay, this point indicates, name it as, you can say C, D, E, F. It's up of your choice. I think the things are clear. You are able to do how to just plot the points. Clear? Now let's start next unit, that is Euclid geometry. Only I will just explain a little bit that first of all, in Euclid geometry also you have to read the whole unit carefully, because in this chapter the reading portion is most important. Mainly these postulate and these axiom, the some postulate and axioms are given to you as some. First of all, you will just remember these basic points, and these are your axioms. So you have to just learn axioms and postulate. The general things comes in the category of axiom, but the geometrical things comes in the category of postulates. Main 5 postulates are given, so you have to just remember go through all these 5 postulates given in your book. The 5th postulate is most important. What this postulate says, in this postulate you can say, if 2 lines are intersected by one transversal line and these 2 lines meet on that direction where the sum of 2 lines interior angle is less than 180. Okay, in this direction these 2 lines will meet. I am not saying regarding parallel lines, any 2 lines. If any 2 lines are to be intersected by one transversal line, then these 2 lines are to be meet on that direction where these 2 lines form interior angle that is less than 180. This is 5th postulate in our own language, because it in 5.2 exercise only this much as asked. So you are able to reply. 5.2 exercise completed. 2 sums are there, they are only related to 5th postulate. In second sum he is going to ask, tell the 5th postulate is to be just indicates or just be helpful in parallel line also. Yes, the answer will be yes, and you can just write the answer in your own language. Okay, now 5.1 we are going to do. First question is, that is to be true false. If you will just go through these postulate and axiom, very much easy to just give the answer true false. These are depend on this. Now let's start second sum, that are definitions. Definition. First definition we will do today, 2 definitions only, then rest chapter we will do tomorrow. Clear? First is parallel lines. Yes, what is the parallel line? Just think in your mind. Yes, think. Okay, I am going to just tell you and just revise whether which you have already revised in your mind, that is to be exactly the same which I am going to tell you. So the parallel lines are the lines which never meet on extended. Never meet on extended. Or if we can say that the distance between 2 lines remain constant, then these lines are also said to be parallel lines. Example, railway tracks. Okay, so parallel lines, that is to be denoted by one line as L, another line is M. So distance between these 2 lines remain constant, that is H. So we can say L is parallel to M. Clear? if you don't know about the definition, you must have to just draw the figure. Okay, next definition is, that is perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines, what are the perpendicular lines? The lines which intersect each other at 90 degree. Okay, the lines which intersect at 90 degree to each other, they are to be called perpendicular lines. Perpendicular symbol is like this, one line up, one line up to each other. Okay, so we can show L is one line, another is standing on 90 degree. 90 degree indicates the symbol, this one also, that is L, reverse L. So we can say L is perpendicular to M. I think both the definitions are to be clear to you. So 5.1, you have to try exercise this one completely. You have to do 5.2 also, and unit complete 3. Okay, rest we will do in tomorrow's lecture. Thank you. Bye बच्चों.